So Marinos, I mean, you said about your vision of the EY Academy 30 years ago. You said that you started with finance and training, EY at that time, that was mostly focused on finance and all that. Now the firm changed, like the global EY changed, and EY Academy also has been changing over the years. How your vision evolved over the years?
Yes, it did evolve. Absolutely. Yes, it did evolve. But before I go to that answer, you mentioned something in your answer to me,
Okay.
which was do not be afraid.
Yeah.
And that's a very strong comment. And I remember Wojtyła, the Pope, wherever he went, he was telling us, do not be afraid.
Yeah.
And
You recall that?
It reminded me of that. It did involve, absolutely. And the evolution was from the point of needing to develop our own people in EY to developing individuals from our business clients or organizations, because they needed specialists, they needed expertise, they needed the skills, and we felt that we really need to go and directly enrich the skills of these individuals. It was an amazing thing to do, and therefore we expanded our portfolio of products. So we were not focusing only on what our EY people needed, but we went into special skills that specialists needed, like project management, process management, soft skills, special programs for top executives, for example. So this was a gradual but steady widening of the training portfolio that we had. And actually, us going out to the market to offer training services to clients, it meant for many individuals that professional training was a dream, which became true.
Oui.
So we have fulfilled a lot of personal ambitions for many individuals, which today have very important jobs in the Polish market, even in the government and in many organizations. And today, as you very well know, and when I look into our website and I see all the crazy things that you have started, and I know you will continue with them, I see that things like artificial intelligence, IT, cyber, conferences like the very successful Controls conference, which I attended myself, they have become almost a regular offering, nothing very specific. They have become a constant part of the portfolio, and I have no doubt that we'll continue to keep adding surprises in this portfolio, which is something which I'm very much looking forward to see in the near future.
So Marinos, what do you believe is your biggest accomplishment when you look back into the history, except for funding the business and the
Yeah. Probably there is no business professional that has not been trained by the EY Academy of Business. This meant that we had to build a team, and this team, which consisted of other teams, had to develop content, and we have to develop and design methodologies, and we have to produce training resources which did not then exist, were not known in the market. The EY Academy of Business was always at the forefront with cutting-edge content, flexible learning modalities, hands-on experience, practical, interactive learning, that enabled our clients to be applying skills learned immediately on the job. And the way we trained these people was one of comprehensive learning on a continuous basis. And this is very important because as opposed to the one-off course delivery in a closed room and then coffee and goodbye, continuous comprehensive learning means that at the same time when the individual is developed, at that same time, the skills are being applied on the job. And I'm talking about jobs of demanding modern organizations. And you know about this because you are actually pushing this and you are doing really great things. And maybe if I am allowed to, for a second time, to ask you to tell us yourself, because this is really your baby.
Yeah. It's a very good question, Marinos. Maybe before I answer, I will give you, a kind of background how I see the world, right? And the truth is that we are living in a world that is being disrupted every day. When you look at S&P 500 index and the average lifespan of a company in this index, you see that 50, 60 years ago, it was 60 years. Now, it's like 20 years, which means that half of the companies in this index in the next 10 years will be gone. They will be not in this index. They will be replaced. They will be acquired. They will be too small, right? And when you talk to people, some people says that we are living in a kind of era of transformation, right? So a kind of era or times where transformation does not start or does not have a start like in the previous years, and the transformation does not have a stop. Now it's a kind of continuous process, and I think the leading organizations, they are trying to position transformation at the heart of what they're doing, right? How they adapt, let's say, to changes in the market, and the same is to individuals, right? I think today, staying with up-to-date knowledge and skills just allows us to keep up with the pace of the changes that are in the world, right? And something that I call, learning agility, right, is becoming a skill. So whether you can learn, try to execute and adapt what you have learned in practice, and then unlearn and learn again.
Okay.
Right? And when I look at skills, or skill sets today, I divide them into like two major groups. One, these are the functional skills, right? So skills that you need in finance, in sales, in HR, in compliance, right? So technical skills, let's call them. The other one are non-functional skills. So the skills that, in my opinion, in the next 10 years, or in the future, will be very important. It's like innovation, it's like communication, it's like, working in a team, conflict resolution, change mindset, transformation mindset, right? So this is something that, in my view, is important. And actually, we as EY Academy, we are teaching both. And I'm proud of that, because you started that, and now all of the leaders that were in charge of Academy and me now with the team, we are continuing this great work, right?
So we are talking about individuals that will thrive in a fast-paced, technology-driven environment.
And they will not, they cannot allow themselves not to learn and not to keep up, the knowledge and skills to become relevant and to stay relevant, to the world that is now changing, right? And the requirements and to be successful in this world, right? So this is what I meant to say. And I think, when we look at EY Academy, how we now, address that, or how we respond to that. First of all, we are building one of the most diversified product offering, right? So we want to have in our portfolio quite a lot of, solutions and topics that we can address really diversified individual needs of our clients, right? Mm-hmm. Because, those will be diversified individuals. Okay. You can talk about, leadership programs, executive programs, AI, IT, cyber, finance, right? I mean, soft skills. I mean, with us, I mean, you can learn all of the topics that I think at the moment are relevant, right? And second is, to make sure that our programs are up to date, right? And we, being a part of the global organization, we have access to the global knowledge, right? Which gives us, already a good position in this race. I think, on-demand learning is also an important part, right? Because our clients want to have access to knowledge whenever, wherever they are, right? And, our new technology platform, live online sessions, the wide portfolio of trainings that we are delivering, and actually they are happening on time and as scheduled. I mean, this is something that, gives this opportunity to find, pick and choose, and join us, and improve, the competences that our clients want to develop, right? Or skills. And finally, I would say that, also building a kind of, community of people and giving, this supportive environment where clients can always, ask our tutor. Now they can have a contact, So this is, as you said, I mean, the course is finished, but the relationship still lasts and still is with us.
Absolutely.
So this is, I think, how we will continue, right? What you set up like 30 years ago, right?
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.